Who's gonna save the American way? Who's gonna fight for what's right and get lots of ass on the way? Who's
gonna put the noose on the goose stepping goons?
Yeah, dude.
Steve Rogers.
Mr. America.
Old El Capitan.
That's Captain America to you.
That's right.
Right.
El Capitan Americo.
What's like
say,
the
as the Hispanic community does.
Yeah, I hear he's really popular in other countries. People love him.
Nothing like a good old American boy.
What's like the rank after Captain America? Oh my God! It's the yawn cast today.
Military ranks. They're putting me to sleep.
You don't know. Just say you don't know.
I don't. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Let's see. Rank.
I thought you'd know since your brother's, quasi in the military.
He used to be. Major.
Major America.
Major America.
Ooh, that has a nice ring to it. That would have been cool if that was like the sequel. Major America.
And then there's Lieutenant Colonel.
Lieutenant Colonel America. That's kind of a mouthful.
And then Colonel.
Colonel
Major America sounds kind of gay for some reason to me. I don't know why. Which I'm here for it.
Right. We're not
introducing Major America.
Like assless chaps.
It's like the hottest new drag queen on RuPaul's Drag Race. Her thing.
When did becoming
she's very patriotic.
When did being gay become cool?
2015.
Really? That late?
I don't know.
No,
it was always cool. It was always cool. It just people just.
But like, when did it become like in vogue?
Had their heads in their ass.
Yeah. Well, but like, when was it like nationally like widely accepted like as something we're not going to kill you for?
I don't know, man.
Like the 90s?
Probably. I don't know enough to say. I wasn't there.
Right, because yeah, I mean, like back in the day, like it wasn't so widely accepted.
No, back in the day, people weren't so keen on that.
Right. That's what made it more fun.
Fucked.
Now it's just boring, like everything else.
Well, yeah, man.
How am I gonna get off
Captain
now?
America. What?
How am I gonna get off now if I can't fuck my sergeant in the back broom closet?
Well, Don't Ask, Don't Tell didn't until like a little while ago, right? So I think you're still not supposed to fuck your sergeant. I don't think. Well, I don't think they're supposed to fuck you. I don't think you're allowed to fuck your direct superior.
That's what makes it so hot, though.
Your direct reports, in the military. Are you allowed to fuck anybody in the military?
I don't know. That's a good question. We should join up.
You allowed to?
Who's gonna fuck me in the broom closet today? I think Cap.
Yeah.
People say he's a virgin. I don't know. I feel like I think he scored some puss on the tour. It's a great debate in the Marvel subreddit community.
Let's see. Dating between enlisted members.
Who's gonna score some ass? What's that?
You're allowed to date like somebody that's the same rank as you.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I thought.
But if you get promoted, then you have to break up with them?
Huge. I don't know what happens if you get promoted. They just give you a spanking.
Yeah.
Send you home.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I've been a bad boy.
I'm glad Trump wasn't, president while Captain America was fighting around. Was he? I don't know. I don't know when the Marvel movies take place.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know when they do.
I don't like the idea of Donald Trump giving Captain America orders. He's the commander in chief.
I don't think Captain America would take. I think at a certain point he detaches himself from like the normal military chain of command. I don't think he would have taken orders from the big T.
Yeah. Cap's.
I don't like bullies, no matter where they're from.
Dude, Cap is amazing in this movie. Like he really. I mean, what's the actor's name?
really
Chris
gets you, like-
Evans.
He
Did a great job.
really gets you. He really gets you rooting for America.
He stood up to the bullies.
He's coming out for old Adolf.
Yes, dude. It was so good. I watched it twice.
2 times.
Yeah, because the first time
sitting down and watching it.
sitting down and intently watching it. Yeah,
2 times.
yeah. Because like the first night was Sunday, and
Sunday,
we were watching something else, and then Alyssa was called away as per usual.
as per usual.
And
right.
I was like, she's not coming back. She's donezo for the night. So
This is done.
I might as well throw on Captain America because I was like looking for something to watch, waiting for her to come
Right.
back. But I was like, it's probably not going
Right.
to happen. And yeah, I think I watched like 85% of it.
Most of it.
Yeah, like
most
most.
of it, yeah.
Oh wait, no, did I finish it? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But
Yeah.
I intently watched most of it, and then the next night I watched it with Alyssa. So I've really got my full cap on this week.
You do.
So I'm
You do.
Something of a cat
I watched it
expert.
once. I only I'm halfway there.
And what was Mackenzie's review?
I didn't ask her actually. Yeah.
Oh damn! You didn't ask her
Yeah.
for a
I'll text
star
her.
rating.
I'll text her.
It's Alyssa's favorite one. Who's gonna fight for the right to suck some dick?
Yeah, so I like the movie begins in the modern day.
Yeah, right.
In our modern times, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like cold as fuck and windy as fuck.
Right.
You don't even know who's on the screen. It's like who is
We
who
never
is even
really
these
find out
actors?
either.
Right. It's like who are these actors?
Bunch of
even?
random bozos.
Really? Yeah. And then it's like they're like, what were they saying? It's like, is it an old ship or something?
Yeah, they're not really aware of what it is.
They don't even know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
And who are they working for?
Who knows?
Are they Shield guys?
I don't know. The whole opening part, like I could have done without that part.
It kind of confused Mackenzie.
It's confusing. It's like, what's going on?
Because it's like
You have to know what Cap is.
Later in the movie, she's like, she's like, wait, so is he like immortal or something? Why does he? She's like, he fights in modern times, right? Why is he back in time? I'm like,
right.
oh,
It's like
I
too
guess,
much. You're throwing too much of the audience. Yeah.
I'm like, wait till the end, and you'll see. She couldn't wait till the end. She had to go. She also had to go. So.
Oh damn.
She got most of the way through it.
Yeah.
She got most. Wait. Did she finish it? No. Wait. She did finish it.
Oh, good.
She did. She
Good.
did. No,
Good.
yeah, she did.
I took some notes.
So nice. Yeah. So what I did like about that scene, I will say, is like those like light things, those like things with the red lights on the top. Those were good. I thought that was like good set dressing. They're like using them. They're like guys are like holding one or whatever to like light the way.
Oh yeah.
Kind of.
It looked like they actually filmed it in like Antarctica or some snowy plain
or something.
It didn't look like a green
it did.
screen. Like the camera was like wobbling a little bit. Like you could tell like they were kind of struggling to like make the dolly shot track properly.
Yeah, it looked like somewhere that was like cold.
It looked good. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I just feel like, the movie's a bit over long to begin with, so I kind of feel like it maybe could have lost that. We could have just started, with the Red Skull invading.
It's weird.
One
thing I will say about the movie is that it is over long, but I feel like it was not long enough in the right places in some ways.
No, you're totally right. I felt like it kind of needed a little bit more time with the
A-Team,
the Raunchy Six or whatever they're called.
Yeah, the A-Team.
The A-Team, yeah.
Captain America's team.
Cap's pals. You got the Frenchman. You got the Asian.
No,
you got the guy in the bowler hat.
It's Cap's Chaps.
Cap's Chaps, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's what they're called. Yeah.
You've got the guy with his military insignia on like a bowler hat.
Right. You've got the black guy. You've got the other guy who doesn't really have that much of a character.
The multilingual black guy, nonetheless.
Yeah.
He speaks
knows all the
German.
He knows all the languages.
But then he speaks German, but then he switched over to French after 3 years. French after 3 years because the girls were hotter.
Are they,
dude? Wait, burn.
Yeah,
number one on German.
I always thought German women were considered really beautiful. Wow.
Who Olga? They got the hottest names.
I guess their language isn't very pleasant on the ears.
They got the hottest names. Let's think about it. Olga, Gertrude,
right?
Hans.
Why wasn't Hitler in the movie? They should have had old Adolf in the film.
What do you, dude? What do you mean? What do you mean? He was in it. There was multiple shots of him. Kept knocked him right out.
The fucking washing machine's going crazy again.
Is it like a big load in there? It's like off. It's like off. Off kilter.
The entire basement's off kilter. So there's no way to we've propped it up, with like sticks and different size pieces of plywood board to kind of try to level it off, and nothing works.
Right.
No matter, it's not how you load it. No matter how you load it too, it's always fucking up.
Are you sure the feet? Does it have feet? Are you sure the feet are all extended to the right length?
We've tried everything. We've done it all. There's no leveling it. It's just
at least you get a nice little percussion.
Little beat drop.
Time.
Yeah, it's gonna tear itself out of the walls one of these days. God damn it! But this podcast is more important.
I'm always worried about that.
The basement's flooded once before. It can flood again.
Legos are waterproof.
They are.
That's
what's great about Legos.
Not like paper. Ew.
Disgusting.
Or
people.
Or people nasty. Anyway, but the fierce 5+1.
Yeah. You got the Cap's best friend, Bucky. He's the sniper.
Right. I really wanted to see more
sniper.
Bucky.
I
really wanted to see.
I heard he's the one who took out JFK. They cut that though for time.
Yeah, damn.
That was a cool scene.
I really wanted to see more Bucky. We didn't really get enough of him for me to really be torn up when he when he fucking bit the bricks or whatever.
Yeah, I wanted some more breathing room. The movie, I really like the movie. Honestly, I like it better than Iron Man. I think it might be one of my favorite.
In some ways, it's
Marvel
better.
Movies.
In some ways, it's a lot better.
Yeah,
than Iron Man. In other ways,
there were parts where it could have been longer. Than other scenes could have been shorter though. I might have. Yeah. I think they shot enough footage to make a really perfect movie, but I think it kind of got clipped in the edit somewhat.
Probably
because you could tell they had a lot of stuff, but they were just they were rapid firing. We
gotta go. We gotta get this shit on the screen.
This ending, it's like they were
right.
Yeah, being held hostage to get this movie out as soon as possible or something. I don't know. Marvel really had the gun to him. You better get this shit out fast, under 2 hours. How long is the movie?
It's 2 hours and 6 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like today it probably would be 2.5 hours. These movies are getting longer. I think that's more acceptable these days. You're going to the theater, you're spending, $100 or whatever, however much. You got a babysitter for the kids. You might as well make it 3 hours.
$100?
Hundo. Yeah, if you want to do it right.
What do you rent out the whole row?
Yeah, you rent out your seats and then the two seats next to you.
Right, so you can lay down and fuck.
So you can, so she can lay in your lap and give you a handy while you enjoy your comic book film because she doesn't care.
Handy blowy,
and then
whatever.
The popcorn bucket,
give me the whole full service. Popcorn bucket,
bucket,
a bucket of popcorn.
The limited edition one that's holographic, the shiny one that has Cap on it, and his mask, fades on and off depending on which angle you look at it.
Free refills for the rest of the year, but you never bring it back.
Right, the AMC Stubbs Platinum card. Yeah, right.
Right, and yeah, dude, my favorite is not my favorite, but what really blows, right? You go to the theater. And you're with your gal, right? But
your best gal.
Get the seats. You can't get the two seats next, on either side. So you have to ask the guy that's doing the popcorn to cut a hole in the bottom of the popcorn thing before he, hands it to you. Hey,
bro,
can I get a hole? Can I get a hole in the bottom of that? It's like, an extra $5.50.
Yeah, there's an upcharge. It's like on the menu. It's like whole in bucket.
Right.
There's like a special like punch like device they have like for it.
Yeah, I hear that at Quentin Tarantino's theater they actually do that for you.
Oh wow!
That's just what I heard on the street. He's a horny man. I'll tell you what. Yeah, but free hole if your girl will show her feet.
None of the feet shots in this movie.
I know. Where were all the feet shots?
I know. I don't think I saw a single foot. Wait,
Man,
no, hold on.
yeah.
There's actually a great scene where Captain America chases down a Nazi right after he turns into Captain America. He chases down that Nazi.
Oh, you're
barefoot.
right. You're right. Barefoot,
sexy dude.
You're right. Yeah, they weren't really gams, because they're like it's a man's foot, but like
yeah.
I'm there from
take
there
what you
for
can
it.
get.
Yeah, and if all I can get is a man's foot, well, better get those toes ready.
Have you seen the behind the scenes pics from that scene?
Fuck no.
He's like wearing these like giant like rubber hobbit feet during the shoot.
Really? So his feet don't get all torn up? I was wondering what they were doing about that. I was like, well, Cap's feet are made of... Yeah, well, I was thinking to myself, like,
you had your little producer cap on, huh?
Cap's feet are made of steel, right? But Chris Evans, like he's got the feet of a mortal man.
I mean, I just feel like I could run on asphalt. I guess if you're doing it over and over again,
doing it over and over and booking it down.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Street. If you don't have callus, if you build up your calluses for a year,
I just feel like I would do it.
All right, hon, get out the sandpaper. All right, rub me up.
I bet he wanted to do it. Like he was like, I can just do this, and I bet there's some stupid like lawyer or something on set who was
I don't know, man.
There's some HR person who made him wear it.
You don't want their feet to get torn up. I mean, you need those hooves for the rest of the shoot. I
guess, yeah. I don't know.
That's why they put shoes on horses. They put shoes on horses. Put shoes on Chris Evans.
And then I guess they had to like CGI his feet back in over the Hobbit feet in post.
That's weird.
Yeah. They look good. I want the Hobbit feet cut of this movie released.
They looked suckable.
Quentin Tarantino comes in and gives his rating on the feet CGI.
I wouldn't suck those feet. I wouldn't suck those feet.
Add more shine to them. They're not glossy enough.
Could it be a little more sweaty? Now, What about this British bird? What about her feet? We don't have her feet in the movie.
Are you crazy?
You're kidding me? Are you nuts?
You didn't get a shot of her feet. What are we making this movie for?
Dude, there was a good...
He can't believe it. He can't believe that another director would make a movie and then, cast like a hot actress and then not get a shot of her feet.
No, right.
It's
right.
like unfathomable.
It's beyond the pale for him.
Mm-hmm.
I just sent you a little meme.
I love the whole
meme action.
Quentin Tarantino thing because it's such an easy target, but it's still so funny no matter how many times you bring it up. Let's see. Mason sent me a little meme action. Math teacher. The boat is 50 feet long. Me feet starts jacking it.
Feet? That's just so funny.
I like how they spelled jacking Jaking.
Yeah. It's because you really got to get to it,
That's like a quick jack.
Man,
that's good. Let's go on.
Yeah, that's a really good one. So yeah. Oh wait, hold on though. So the movie starts, right? It's cold, right? You feel like the Thing is about to pop out.
Yeah, it had like Aliens vibes, like some James Cameron.
Am I in the wrong movie?
They use a laser to cut through the fucking fuselage.
Yeah, that was weird. That laser shit. I feel like it would have been cooler if they had like a big drill or something.
What are we in the future? Yeah. Yeah.
What I will say, what I did like was like how they show you that like light thing, with like the red light that he's like carrying, and then like it like the shot like comes. He's like, oh, it's way bigger than that or whatever. you know, and like the shot comes out and it's like the same thing that he's carrying, but just like outlining the plane.
Right. It's like
I thought that was like a good visual moment.
They pinned them all around.
It really shows you the scale.
Right.
Of what you're dealing with.
Yeah, that was good. I feel like they really should have discovered this thing. I guess like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like
the Arctic is huge, though. I guess, you know, they didn't have the technology back then.
I guess a nice... You know what I would have liked to seen... I know this would extend this even further, but maybe we have, like, you know, some sort of, you know... Wait, where is this taking place?
Antarctica?
Like, who lives there?
The Arctic?
Like, who naturally lives there? Somebody lives there.
I mean, not up in this part.
A polar bear stubs its toe on it.
I would have liked to have seen they're like and then Russian icebreaker came across it or something. They said something like that. I would have liked to see that scene.
Yeah, like that's the scene I want. Yeah, I want the person to discover it. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, bang into it or something.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, I would have much rather a scene where it's like somebody bangs into it and then they go inside it. It's all like what the fuck, and then they see the shield and then it cuts to. You know,
right. The music is really good. Alan Silvestri, he's the one who did Endgame as well, and he's got like a really nice, kind of mysterious, sentimental sound to his score. The music's great in this film. It's got that really patriotic sound as well, kind of.
Yeah.
Which is like, you know, very like poppy and, you know, period. You know, so it's really cool. But yeah, let's not get hung up too much on this opening scene. You know, we got to. No,
I know. That moment stood out to me, so I wanted to touch on it.
Right. But you know how these movie reviews have been going recently, where we just focus on like the first scene of the movie.
I know, man. I know.
No. The first hour and a half.
No, well, it's because we keep going off and talking about other shit.
I know. I hate to like push us forward unnaturally, but I know.
I'm ready. I'm ready to move forward. Right. I mean, we've talked about the scene.
They find the shield and ice. He says, call the, you know, so and so.
Call the government or whatever.
Call the government man. It's 3 a.m., sir. He's waited long enough.
Like it was weird that what was weird about it. I said we're done talking, but then we were still talking about it. But it's what's weird about that scene though is that they kind of know that it's Cap or something. They recognize the shield.
Right.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this scene. I feel like it could have been cut.
Right, so it's like, are they shield guys? Like that, it just makes me feel like they're shield agents.
The shield agents
and then, so then you know, brain blast back to the past, right? Type shit.
Yeah, music swell. Cut to war.
Yeah.
War. You can hear like a machine gun going off. Good sound design.
Oh yeah. It's like
guys running.
Yeah.
Running to something.
Yeah, and what's his name? What's his name before he's the Red Skull?
Oh, fuck.
Something super German.
He's got like some super cool name. Yeah. Rudolf Steiner?
Oh, Johann Schmidt. Yeah.
Johann Schmidt. Yeah.
Johann Schmidt.
Why didn't I know that? I would have got it.
Yeah, like there's like this. There's like an old man.
I promise I would have got it.
There's like when I heard the name, I was like, man, this is like the perfect name.
Yeah.
There's like an old man, you know, and like a guy comes up. I like this scene, right? I like this scene because the guy comes up to the door and it's like he's like, oh, they're coming, you know. And the guy's like, they'll never find it, you know. Like don't, you know.
I put it in a really secret hiding spot. They'll never find it.
Right. Boom.
Yeah.
You know, the fucking door is just knocked in. Like it's not, you know.
They just hammered a giant metal fist through the front of the whole place.
Right. Or I guess it was the tank, right?
Really unnecessary. They could have just walked in.
Yeah, and it crushes the guy that just came in. So it's like you're already in this movie. You're like, oh shit, people are dying.
That guy got wiped out. There's some wipeouts in this movie.
Like, yeah. Oh, massively. So he's dead, crushed. You know, skull crushed. I mean, he looks like he just got a little bloody, you know, scuffle or whatever. But he's dead as a fucking doorknob.
This is the most sympathetic I've ever seen Filch. I know as an actor, he's always playing these like horrid characters.
Yeah,
but in this one, you know, he's like this like fun, like little old man. Like he seems like he'd be chill.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. And they really fucked him. They did him dirty.
Who's he playing in Game of Thrones? What's his name? Seems like
Lord
Frey.
Lord Frey.
Yeah. He's
the biggest dick of all.
Yeah, I'd like to see him go up against the Red Skull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But no, he's just this frail, timid little dude.
Right.
He's not into treachery. He's very, nice and genuine and earnest, and he gets taken advantage of hard by the Red Skull, dude. The Red Skull comes in and just
big
fucks
time.
him.
Big time. Well, he didn't give him what he wanted. He didn't give him what he wanted.
I know.
But
I know. He
did, the Red Skull put something on the table, and then, I guess because he didn't give it to him, he found it himself. He was like, yeah, kill them all. I think he was going to kill them all anyway.
Yeah. The Nazis were like, get it open! Hooray! He's coming! And all these Nazis are trying to muscle this tomb open.
They're trying to like pull this, like lift this like stone off the sarcophagus.
Can't do it. It's too heavy.
And I like that, and he comes in, right? And immediately he fucking just pushes it.
Yeah. He's powerful.
Yeah, like no problem.
Love that.
He's powerful. He's strong.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good moment too, because it's like the cube or whatever is like in this old ass tomb with this like skeleton holding it. So obviously it's been there for fucking forever, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, so immediately like, oh wow, he's after some old shit.
Hugo Weaving's just having a lot of fun with this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot.
He's like,
yeah,
I can tell this is Bates.
Right.
Fuck this.
Yeah. So then, and it's great, and it really like gives you like a sense of like depth of like the time that this like relic has like existed, right?
Yeah.
And then, he's like, oh, yeah, like, so you going to give it to me or what? Like. You have like children, grandchildren out in the village, like, do you not care? Or the guy's like, Filch is like, oh, and then he's like, oh, Yggdrasil, the tree of life, and the wisdom. Oh shit! Don't press the button on the snake's eye.
Doesn't like Odin?
That's where it is.
Live in a tree like in Norse mythology. Like he lives in the tree of life, right? Like
I don't know if he lives there, but it's a central figure of. I think he lives in Asgard.
Isn't Asgard like a giant tree though?
No,
in traditional Norse mythology.
No, Yggdrasil like holds up the realms. It's like
or it holds up something.
It like holds up the realms. It's not like no. It's like a separate thing.
Have to brush up on my Norse mythology.
Yeah. It's it encompasses all 9 worlds.
Do they I guess we'll find out how they pulled that off. It
encompasses all 9 worlds
next time. But they should have done something like that in Thor to kind of like tie into this.
This says it's like Yggdrasil's kind of like in like another dimension kind of thing, and like the stuff that I have seen. It's like it holds up all the realms, but it's like kind of like in a dimension removed, like you know what I'm saying, like. Bet. So it's like, it holds all the, it's like, holds it all up, but it's not like you don't actually like see it, like when you're on Asgard or whatever. Anyway, he's Yggdrasil, like and he finds this fucking cube immediately.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
He puts 2 and 2 together.
I mean, the thing's like kind of loud. Like whenever they're moving it around, it's always like vibrating. Like really, like
I know.
You could just listen for it. Oh, it's in this wall. Yeah.
Is that somebody's pager?
It's bright as fuck too.
Yeah.
Like I think it gets dimmer in the later movies. I was like, it's never this bright again. Like it's
not as. Yeah, and in later films, it's not quite as like of a powerful object. I feel like.
I mean, this thing's powerful. Yeah,
it's chock full of power.
Yeah, I really like how it was portrayed in this.
Yeah, it really like you're like, oh shit, like the Nazis have this thing.
I love how Schmidt, he harnesses the power and then he just makes like guns with it. It's like, hey, guns already existed, bro, right?
Yeah. Like the stuff that they make with it is like not very impressive. I guess the plane, like the guns were like the immediate thing of the plane.
Right. There's other stuff that I guess you could use it for, because it's like kind of like unlimited power. Like you never have to reload the gun, I suppose, or like it takes a really long time for the gun to need a reload. But other than that, I mean, there's a scene where he's like shooting the Nazis down. The Nazis come to investigate his little area, and then
the Führer is not very happy.
And then instead of just like pulling out a machine gun and just mowing them down like a normal person, he uses this like weird like robot arm with like a gun, like a power, like a pulse gun on it with the Tesseract
he's like trying to like target them, and like
he's like
missing.
He's kind of like missing. He's kind of like like fidgeting with the control, like with the joystick, and kind of getting a little frustrated.
Right.
And it's like, bro, you have like a sidearm, right? Just fucking shoot them, or just like feed them some food and just poison their asses. I don't know. It's not as dramatic, I guess.
Yeah.
But he just wanted to try out his new little gun toy thing. I guess.
He wanted to see if it was gonna like evaporate them.
Yeah, he likes the full on evaporation.
Right. He's a man of grandeur and style.
You and I are not like normal men. We know this. He's like, I am nothing like you. Oh, but you are, my friend. We both understand that the real power is in the Tesseract. I don't know what he says. Something like that. He's all about just posturing, and he's having fun with the role.
Yeah. It's like he's like Marvel Hans Landa,
Yeah.
Hans Landa, I guess, came after.
Really good villain. I mean, like, I feel like Marvel had a bunch of really good villains like right off the bat, like, and like they kill them off, like Obadiah Stane, and then you have Johann Schmidt.
I know.
And Loki. Loki, continues on, but
Loki,
he's kind of like cucked,
They kind of clip his nuts.
They clip his nuts, yeah. But Loki was really cool in the first couple movies for sure.
Yeah.
And then I think Red Skull does make a return in Endgame, or is it Infinity War? Yeah. One of them, maybe both.
Maybe it's both, but I think it's the first.
But he's not played by Hugo Weaving. Hugo Weaving refused to return, and he's voiced. He's voiced by some random guy, some voice actor. Who does doing a
wait? So let's keep going.
Impression.
Let's keep going.
Okay, let's keep going.
So and then he's got the Tesseract, and it's like, yeah, all right, clean it up,
wrap it up.
The village, wrap it up. The village done.
Yeah. He smoked him,
and he fucking pops Filch, a clean
just
one.
in case you weren't sure if he was the villain or not.
Right. He's already,
he's the villain. Yeah.
He's already murdering a village. He's that obviously kids are in. He's just talking about kids. He doesn't care about that.
Yeah.
Etc.
Hopefully that guy didn't have any grandchildren in that village. I think he was just a virgin. I think he was just a Tesseract protector. I don't think he ever fucked once. He just spent his whole life.
Even once. Yeah, kind of like Steve Rogers.
Yeah. So what's the deal with that?
Until Endgame.
Right.
I think.
You think he's a Verge?
100%.
I think he got some ass.
Are you kidding?
On the tour.
Him?
Yeah.
On the tour, ass? No, bro. He's got
good old Stevie boy.
All he got was a quick smooch.
Yeah. Well, I think.
Wait. Yeah. Right. Because
someone
never
must have made a move on him at some point.
They never got married, right? Like he was gone.
Yeah, he was gone.
Like he there's no way he would have had premarital sex. There's no way. You talking that guy? That guy?
Oh, you're so right. I don't know. I feel like if a chick really came on to him, I don't think he would tell her no. He's not rude enough for that.
One did, right, and he got a quick smooch that his English bird, she saw that, she didn't like that.
Mm-mm.
She didn't like that, Mrs. Carter.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, I see what you're,
I guess finding a dancing partner wasn't that hard after all.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, all right, the villain is established.
Yeah, it's the Red Skull.
Well and handily established, right?
Yeah.
Then
I like how he's got that
Steve
like little
Rogers-
like mask. His mask keeps kind of falling
Yeah,
off.
yeah. He's
bit.
like he's
He's always
he's like,
fucking with it. That's good.
yeah. It's like
That's
a little
good stuff.
seam. He's kind of like face kind of like doesn't look quite right.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit uncanny. And then we're introduced to miniature Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
It's like when you have a miniature horse. Or like a mini, like a,
Shetland Rogers.
yeah. Yeah. When we're introduced, he's like getting a physical to try to enlist, right?
Yeah, he's in
That's
a
like what
room
he's
with a
doing.
bunch of naked men, and he's also naked.
Yeah.
That was pretty gay.
Yeah, which is a good move. That's a good way to introduce your character.
Yeah, we want to see how skinny he is. He's just a little guy.
Yeah, he's
Compared
just
to all
a little guy.
All the jocks.
Right.
Yeah,
He's got,
it's crazy
and
how
he's got health problems.
how they did that effect, like with hiring like a bunch of like really big guys to be around Chris Evans to make him look really small. Like that was really really neat.
That is not how they did it.
I think so. They just got like,
I don't know. I don't
like 9-foot dudes, like all like Icelandic motherfuckers, and then just, it's like a visual trick like in your brain because like once he's big, they just casted a bunch of like smaller people.
No, he was a smaller frame.
That's just like that's just mentally like you
that's just in your mind, right?
Yeah.
Right. I was trying to convince Mackenzie of that. She wasn't buying it. She was like, Mackenzie was like, why couldn't they do Indiana Jones as good as they're doing his face on this person?
I know. What the fuck is
like,
wrong with these people?
I was like, sweetheart, it's the opposite. In this situation, they have a good face and they're putting it on a different body. In the other the other way, it's they have a bad face and they need to, and they have a good body. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I just feel like the effects look so clean in this movie, and it's so much older.
I mean, seamless, really.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you didn't know Chris Evans was like a big guy, like it'd be like, oh, like this is.
There were like a few shots where I was like, I could tell it was digital, but like, most of the shots, I feel like if I didn't know, I wouldn't even be able to tell. The movie does have like, I will say like, I like the cinematography a bit better on Iron Man. It felt more like a traditional film. This definitely has like this felt like has that Marvel kind of glossiness to it. Like the first one had that gloss.
I kind of felt like it had like the gloss that it has was less of the Marvel. It was kind of the beginning of the Marvel gloss.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I think that really it plays. Here's the thing, right? Because before they kept doing it, it was just like, oh, this is Captain America, and it's glossy because it's like, 1942, like kind of golden age,
sepia tone
type thing. You know what I mean? Like, and really they kind of it kind of did drop off after he was like overseas too.
Yeah, then they threw the blue filter on it.
Yeah, the blue filter on it. Yeah, it's like very warm until it's not. Until kind of he goes, until he's like, oh, I got to go save Bucky. I feel like that's kind of when it switches over.
Thor doesn't have that gloss. I haven't seen it like in a really long time, but I'm kind of interested to watch it because I feel like Thor is more akin to Iron Man in its cinematography, where it's just a little bit more.
When did Thor come out?
Contrast.
2011.
This is like very like evenly lit and very soft. Just kind of just like haze to it.
They both came out in 2011.
Interesting.
That's what this says.
This movie?
Yeah. Thor came out in in May on May 6th.
Right.
And Iron Man and Captain Cap came out July 22nd.
Remember we saw this movie with Sean Willits when it first came out. That was the first time we met up with Sean.
Good day.
Captain America. The first Avenger.
Good day. The first Avenger, right.
Yeah.
What theater did we see it at? Did we see it at the ArcLight?
I don't know. I know we got Taco Bell after though.
I think we got Taco Bell right. I'm pretty sure we went to the ArcLight. I'm pretty sure we went to the ArcLight because it's
I think
that
we did.
Taco Bell that we went to is like right by the ArcLight. It's like the Taco Bell by the ArcLight.
Too bad the ArcLight's a giant homeless camp now.
Damn. At least they're watching movies.
Oh no. All that shit's been looted.
Oh, No, they keep one screen rolling. It's all adult films though.
They use the I was gonna say they use the film for like burn barrels, but they don't project film anymore. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
It's all digital.
So, well, yeah, right. Well, Thor didn't have the gloss. I
don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I know it had a lot of Dutch angles, but yeah, I feel like it kind of still had that like filmic quality. This movie felt very digital.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. I think that Thor feels very digital. I think Thor feels digital too. Honestly, was it not digital?
I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to look it up. That's a good question.
Was it not? Thinking back on it, it feels very digital.
I'm excited for Thor. I'm getting more pumped for it the more I think about it. Hawkeye is introduced. Jeremy Renner, bro. The Renski. Rendog. Where the fuck are we in this movie? Keep getting sidetracked.
We've just been introduced.
I blame you.
Wait. So, okay, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, and Thor were all entirely shot on film.
Which ones?
The switch to digital. Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, and Thor. The switch to digital began in 2011 with Captain America.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's the difference. Yeah. They really honed in on the Marvel look with this one. They're like, oh, this is the template. Make all the movies look like this. Yeah, and it's just not the best look. Like really good sets, really good set pieces and costumes and obviously actors and everything. Right. But like, yeah, just like I feel like the cinematography just was lacking a certain special quality, a little bit of that grit that those first couple movies had.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. I think that it was okay until it switches to the blue. I don't know. The blue is like kind of when it loses me a little bit for the digital.
Yeah, it didn't. It's not horrible. I still think it's a better movie than Iron Man 1. I also started watching Iron Man 2 just for the fuck of it. Last night after I finished.
Wow.
Captain America again.
Wow.
Yeah, and that movie's pretty funny. I was like laughing a lot. It's not very good. He like
some yucks.
He meets Elon Musk. Elon Musk is in the film. Ivan, the fucking guy, he's like the Russian, the broke ass Russian Tony Stark.
The guy,
with the parrot, and then fucking who can forget Justin Hammer? So good.
Oh, Justin Hammer.
So good. Norman Rockwell. Wait, what's his name? Sam Rockwell. Yeah, awesome. But anyway, let's get back. We keep getting sidetracked, Mason.
Yeah. So
Mason, come on.
We're introduced to Steve, right? He's on his like fourth attempt of joining up. Right. And they're like, you got health problems. You're short.
He has a laundry list of defects. Do you see that list?
Saving your life. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look like he's about to.
It's long.
Die at any moment.
Right.
He's trouble breathing.
Can't breathe. Can't reach shit on a tall shelf, etc.
Constipated. He hasn't taken a shit in 2 years.
Oh wow. Yeah. He's stopped up. He's stopped up like no one's business. Has never busted.
I was just gonna say.
He's got balls the size of cantaloupes.
That would be basically abortion if he were to ever jerk it. And capsize.
Yeah. Like he's definitely carried those to term at this point.
Right.
And then
you really don't think he ever fucked? I think he must have.
No, bro.
He must have.
No, he's a goodie, bro. He's a good boy.
He fucked.
And he's short.
Didn't he fuck like Agent Carter's like niece or something like in the future? I know they smooched.
Did he?
They smooched, which is pretty fucked up. Isn't she like related to him, or she's like related?
No, she was with somebody else. She wasn't she?
I gotta rewatch all these movies.
They never had any kids.
I know she was with someone else, but like, wasn't she related to Peggy though?
No, bro. Peggy. Wait.
Peggy had children with some other man after Cap went down in the ice. I gotta put her down in the ice.
This says,
I've gotta go fuck another guy.
while there's been some speculation in the past that Cap was a virgin by the climax of Endgame, in which we learned that Steve Rogers traveled back in time to be with Peggy Carter, possibly ruining some poor guy's life in the process.
Right.
It's pretty clear that he got laid at some point over the decades. But why is that clear?
Why is that clear?
Yeah.
I don't think that's pretty clear at all.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Wasn't her name like Susan Carter or some shit?
But he's not related to her at all.
I know he's not related to her, but it's just fucked up if he fucked like a relation to the woman that he later fucks.
Yeah.
It just seems fucked up.
Wait.
And then doesn't he erase her from the time because he like gets with her? So he basically erased his old girlfriend.
He erased his. What do you mean he erased her?
Because when he goes back in time at the end of Endgame and gets with Peggy,
Right.
he fucks over
Right.
whoever Peggy married in the timeline.
Yeah.
So
And
then she's never born.
whoever. Yeah, right. Yeah, like that was like a, I don't know, not a good. Yeah, that wasn't a good.
Right.
That wasn't a good moment.
Well, I mean, I think it was worth it.
Yeah, definitely for him. Especially to see like old man Cap, sitting on the bench after a life of getting, finally getting to nut.
So Sharon Carter is her niece. The great niece
right.
of S.H.I.E.L.D. founder Peggy Carter.
Mm.
What does that mean? That means that's
her sister's
That's
daughter.
her sister's daughter. So okay, so it's cool.
Yeah, he didn't fuck her over.
So he didn't
never
erase
got
her.
with her.
I think he fucked her. I'm pretty sure. They like
don't
lived
know,
in the
man.
same apartment building, or I guess she was placed there to watch him by S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, I don't know if he would have fucked her though. He's a really goody two shoes.
I don't know. I think he's not as goody two shoes as you think. He's like murdered like lots of people.
Yeah, but like murder is.
He's kind of a bad boy, really.
In some ways.
I don't know. I think you might be underestimating him.
Could be.
He might even just,
Could be.
He might be a horrible sexual predator. We don't even know, Mason.
yeah, could be. So anyway, that notwithstanding, so he's chucked out, right? They won't take him in the military. They won't accept him. He's too fucked up.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the chutzpah, the chutzpah, so to speak.
Right.
And then he goes to see a moving picture in the theater, and some dude's just mouthing off.
Hey, you want to shut up?
Believe it. Hey man, show some respect.
Right.
And the guy takes him outside, I guess, and just starts beating the shit out of him in the alley.
I was kind of confused about that because it's like he stands up and towers over him. Cut to, they're
Right.
both in this alley. It's like, how did this happen?
You want to take this outside?
Yeah, I will.
Beat your brains into the concrete?
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
I guess that's what happened.
I could do this all day.
I mean, because
He's just this guy's
was
just,
it after the
What the
movie?
fuck's up?
Was Steve like getting out of the movie and the guy waited for him?
Did the
and
guy waiting
why
for
were they
him?
both out in the alley though?
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
just whatever.
I
right?
guess he's like,
Whatever.
yeah, let's take
So-
this outside, and then Steve just like agrees.
Yeah, well, he doesn't back down from a fight, right?
But like, you don't have to like
he can
agree to like
because he
fight
can do
this
this all
guy.
day.
You don't have to agree to like go in the alley and just get your shit thrashed. You could just be like, no, like just shut up.
Yeah, right. You would think, but this is a different time. It's a simpler time.
Yeah.
Men were men. So he's out in the alley getting his fucking.
What's that supposed to mean? Mason?
Well, men were men. Women were women.
Transgender people existed back then too.
Well, trans people were.
Don't discount the transgender community of the 1950s.
It wasn't a simpler time for them because they had to hide every facet of their existence.
1940s.
Yeah. Simpler time for everybody that was like heteronormative.
Right.
Everybody else, you know, it's kind of like when you talk about like the settlers, you know, and the Native Americans. The who? Like, come on. So
then we're introduced to Buck.
Well, right. So you know, this guy's just beating the shit out of him, right? He's like, I can do this all day, or whatever, you know, like Cap. That's just like his line.
Yeah, a lot of good lines.
That's like his line. Yeah. He's got some real humdingers. And Bucky knows just where to find him.
he gets a little tingle in his dingle when Steve's in trouble.
Yeah. So he knows just where to find him. Just getting his head fucking, you know, busted into the concrete.
I like how Bucky kicks the guy right in the balls. Like he spins him around and gives him a sharp kick to the nuts. Sends him running.
Crunch.
He just eviscerated that guy's chance of ever having children with that one drop kick to the fucking nutsack. You erased that guy's entire bloodline. Good job, Buck.
No, literally.
Good sound design too. Like when he gets hit, when Steve is getting hit, you really feel those punches. And when that guy gets his nuts busted in, you can really hear the sperm dying on the inside of his ball sack. Yeah, it's two distinct balloon pops.
Death of a million screams. Pow, pow.
Oh, my nuts! Yeah, his voice goes higher. It's like a fucking whoa Mickey Mouse voice after that.
Shut up. Yeah, dude. So then he's like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah. Come on, man. Come on. We're going to the fair tonight. I got a lady for you.
Yeah. He found a he found a dame.
As if. Yeah. Gotcha a dame. As if.
Right.
No chick is gonna.
Bucky fucked both those bitches.
Yeah, he double dicked them.
He gave him the long buck.
He bucked them for about 4 or 5 hours straight.
Right. That was always the plan.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, so they go, you know, and they see the chicks. It's like, hey, you know, and the chicks are just like all they got eyes for is Bucky.
Yeah.
You know, and then we meet a Titan.
Right.
Howard Stark.
I know. He changed
it's kind of a weird.
He changed
Yeah.
He's like.
Oh yeah.
I really
kind of Italian. He's like
Italian now or something. Yeah. I really like the guy they got to play him. I forgot what that actor's name is.
I forgot the guy's name too. But yeah, he was a good choice.
Latif. Everything I own, Latif. Everything I own is yours. He's in this movie called The Devil's Double. That's a really good movie.
Dominic Cooper. Yeah, he's a really good young Tony. But it's kind of strange how he just changes into a white guy, like a really standard stock white guy, in his old age. Yeah, that was weird.
It's kind of off-putting.
That was weird. So, but anyway, yeah, you know, then that's where he was. I'm like the guy who plays the mustache guy of the Fearsome 5+1 or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Of course. He was also in Band of Brothers. I was wondering where I recognized him from recently.
Right.
Yeah, he was Buck in Band of Brothers. Anyway, so yeah, and Howard Stark. It's weird. It's a weird moment with Howard Stark though, right? Because it's he's doing technology, but then it just combusts. It's hovering for a second.
In classic Elon Musk fashion.
Right.
He unveils a Cybertruck. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then it's you're thinking was he good or is he bad?
And that technology is never adopted in the future ever.
No.
Because we know this from our time.
It wasn't.
There's still wheels on cars.
It wasn't commercially feasible.
Right.
Who would have thunk? So and then Cap's, and then there's a recruitment office at the thing, and Cap's like, I'm going for another try.
Yeah.
You know,
men are laying down their lives.
Right.
He's like,
and I got no right to do. I got no right to do anything but the same.
Right. He's like, what do you want me to collect scrap in my little red wheelbarrow? He got some really good lines. He really paints the picture.
Yeah. Because he basically looks like a little boy. Like a little boy.
He's good, and he's never fucked. He's never had sex.
No. He's
definitely not at this point. Definitely
not at this point. Definitely not. So and Stanley Tucci, you know, German defector Dr. Stanley Tucci, he overhears this. You know, he overhears that like the guts, the chutzpah,
right?
That this young man has. You know, and then he goes and he tries to lie. He tries to lie to the recruitment doctor. He's always got a new story, you know, like he's so principled about going to fight the war that he'll lie, like he'll tell a falsehood.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I think he's kind
of he'll spin a yarn.
Yeah,
he'll spin a yarn. He is in some ways he is, in some ways he isn't, you know, like he's
very progressive. That's the thing. Like he's very accepting of minorities. He's very accepting of gay people. We know this. He's totally cool with it. So he's probably okay with, you know, premarital sex.
I don't think so, man. I think it's
if he was really like that 1940s of a guy, I think he would not be as chill with black people.
I think that one does not mean the other.
I don't know. I guess we you know what we should do? We should ask fucking Chris Evans. How come no one's actually how come he's been in hundreds of interviews? Has anyone ever actually asked him? Thousands of interviews.
And now he's busy smoking dope.
Making pottery,
doing ceramics. So, you know, and then you know, but then German Dr. Stanley Tucci comes in. And he's like, you know, 5 tries, huh? It's like, you know, I'll go. He's like, no. You come on.
Stanley Tucci fucking kills this role. He's so good in this role.
What I like is the commitment, the chutzpah.
Does not say.
I don't think they used the word chutzpah enough in the movie. If I was on the script, that would have been in there way more.
I know.
So then he's like, yeah, you know, come with me. You know, we'll see what we can do.
He's like, oh, so you want to kill the Nazis? Eh?
I don't want to kill anybody.
And he likes that.
He likes that because he was a Nazi.
Yeah. It's like, where are you from?
Until they treated him bad.
I'm from Queens.
I was totally okay to you know, make the super soldier juice, you know, for Adolf, and then they were mean to me. So
he made super soldier Jews. I think that's the opposite of what they wanted. Oh, juice. Okay.
Yeah, super soldier juice. Until the
serum amplifies the subject's qualities. What's good becomes better. What's bad becomes verse. Verse. He nailed the accent. Yeah, dude. Like I'm not even German, but I'm pretty sure he nailed it.
He really did good with it. I thought, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like until you know.
Why hire an actual German when you got Stanley Tucci?
Until the Hugo Weaving was mean to me. Now, I said him no.
Hugo
goodbye.
Weaving and I had a complicated relationship, and we broke up. And
right. He would not go down on me.
Yeah, he wouldn't pleasure me, so I left him.
I would ask and ask and ask and ask and ask and ask and ask, and he said no, 9.
Why is the German accent just so funny? Why is it so? It's
9
so
Kacken,
funny.
Yeah, 9 Kacken von Zwalen.
Like Stanley, you're off script. This is not. This is not it. This is not in the script.
He would not swallow my sword.
What are you doing?
So to speak. So
are you drunk?
Anyway, you want to be super soldier or what? You know. So
Someone
yeah,
get Stanley some water.
And then it's off to basic, right? Like,
oh right,
you know. And as far as Bucky's concerned, like he just disappeared.
Well, I think Buck was shipped out that night. Remember, because they hug and he's like, you fucking jerk. And he's like, you loser or whatever, you punk. And they hug and he's like, be safe out there or whatever. Don't kill all the Nazis without me.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll try not to or whatever.
Right.
And then he goes and fucks those 2 chicks.
And then he leaves he probably screwed them in the car on the way to the, you know, to where he was shipping out from.
Yeah, definitely.
And the cab driver, he got a show
before.
It's
in the name.
Yeah.
Buck,
the cab driver, he like Buck fucked,
it rhymes with fuck. Like, you know, he's fucked.
So then the cab driver that took them there, he got a show. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
That man never forgot it. Legend has it. It was actually the guy from Indiana Jones, you know, that becomes a cab driver in the new one. What's his name?
The guy from Indiana Jones becomes a
Sala.
Oh, Sala. Oh yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Poor Sala.
And that was his first fare. You
think Sala, you know, he'd set up his financial situation a little bit better by his old age, and
I know. Maybe he's just doing it for
retired.
fun. Maybe he's like good on cash. Like he's just doing it as like something to do.
He just likes talking to strangers. Yeah.
Yeah, driving people around in New York traffic as opposed to like hanging out with his family that he loves. I guess.
Fucking
so
Sala.
anyway, then it's basic training.
Yeah, the Strategic Homeland Science Division of America.
Yeah,
where the best minds of the free world come together. We're introduced to Tommy Lee Jones, who looks like an old tree in this movie. He looks like
he really does.
He'd be at home and as an int in the
Excuse me,
Lord
sir.
Fantasy realm.
Are you a man or an oak tree?
I'm not sure. He looks old in this movie, and I mean, I don't know. I shudder to think what he looks like today. I mean, I was thinking about Googling him, but I was like, no.
Bro, what the fuck?
I'd rather just...
He's only 77.
What? No, he's got to be in his 90s now.
No.
How old was he when he made this movie? He must have been like 70.
Bro, he was not.
This movie was made, what, like 14 years ago? Something like that?
Dude, he has looked old. He has looked old for a long-ass time. He's just got like a really like leathery face, I think is why. Yeah, dude. No. I mean, he's only
his
77
ears, man.
now.
Like those are the kind of ears I want to have when I'm old. Those like really like long, like droopy dog ears.
With like really like long like gray hair coming out.
Yeah, with like the crazy, like the just
crazy old man hair.
He was awesome in the movie. He looked like he was having a good time.
Wait, I'll share.
He was funny.
Let's see screen.
He has just such a nice face to look at.
Do you see this? He looks younger in this photo than they did in the movie, I feel like. And this was taken 6 years after the movie. Probably 7 years after the movie was filmed.
Right. Yeah. Wow. He's definitely got a face on him.
A handsome man.
Definitely.
So yeah, it's basic, right? And what do you know? Cap's introduced to this British bird,
right?
And she's got an eye for him. But the thing is, he's not really getting her wet, you know, because
oh my god,
he's like a tiny little shrimp man.
Yeah, but she is able to look past that and see his character
to the extent where she'll speak to him. Yeah.
Yeah, she notices.
She wouldn't like. She wouldn't have given him the time of day.
What he lacks in physical stature,
in height,
he makes up in penis size.
Right. Height and health. Right, in height and health, what he lacks.
He's got going for him.
He makes up for it.
She knows that, like, because she's seen his reports. You know, she's seen the.
Right, he's got a real hog on him. No, there was a scene, and Mackenzie was like, "Did you see the bulge in his pants?" Like
no.
when he was small. Yeah, I know. I was like, yeah, he's got a hog on him. I was like, yeah, he's got a hog on him. You know, it was like when he was like small too.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So he was packing that fucking
heat.
Yeah. Some real.
Honestly, I think she would have.
Pants meat.
Let him take her to Browntown.
To Browntown?
Yeah.
To
Browntown.
No. Oh wow. Okay.
Even if he hadn't turned into Captain America, I think him turning into Captain America was just a bonus for her. Honestly.
No way, dude. As soon as no, because before there's a clear shift in the way she's looking at him. At first, she's looking at him like, wow, like I admire you, you little tiny shrimp man.
She was already wet though before that. He was he had already sealed the deal.
Not enough. Not enough. Maybe a slight sprinkle. And then here's the thing. Here's the thing. She was attracted to his heart, right? But that only goes so far. That only goes so far back in the Disney, right? And then he's like all fucking jacked. He's literally jacked, dude, like no one, like the strongest man alive or whatever. like a little super soul, and then she's
each of his pecs was like the size of a phone book, dude.
I know. Then she's like, okay, like here we go, like I will fuck, like I don't know. I really don't think she would have been it. Yeah, because the thing is, it's like she's a discerning woman.
Gals aren't exactly lining up to dance with the guy they might step on.
And
every line, everything Cap said was like a fucking banger line.
I know. It was so
really
good.
It really
like illustrated. It really illustrated his character.
Yeah.
Like he's got a heart of gold.
Yeah, he's got some wits about him.
And he's smart.
He's well read.
And he's been through it.
You notice he took some book. He has like a bunch of books with him when he like.
Yeah. Well, what is this, book school?
When he was at the military camp or whatever.
I know. I was thinking like, what is this, book school?
And then like later on in the movie, he's like drawn, and he's like a pretty good like illustration cartoonist. Like he's
pretty, Oh no, he's got everything.
Yeah, he's like a soulful, thoughtful little guy.
He's got it all. Yeah,
he's so cute, dude. I just love this movie. Like I love his character. They like fucking Tommy Lee Jones doesn't want to give him the serum. He wants to give it to Zeboli, and Yinsen round two is telling him not to.
Of course, there's a bully, but here's the thing. Cap, like he's pushing himself as hard as he can, and he uses his brain.
Yeah.
Like all the guys like scrambling up this flagpole, this like greased up flagpole or whatever that nobody's ever been able to climb in 17 years. And
no one's got that flag in 17 years.
He just pulls the pen out.
Love that sergeant.
Drops the fucking thing and takes the drive back. And she's like, this guy's. He's using his noggin.
You don't think that juiced her up a little bit seeing that? I feel like she was already juiced.
Dude,
she was ready to go.
Not juiced. Like she may have been juiced in comparison to just seeing him a shrimpy guy on the street, but like there's no way she was juiced enough to do him. I mean, it's just it's an unfortunate reality of like the way the movie portrayed the characters. I like once he was all buff and stuff, then she was
of course
ready. Like then. Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like before he was buff, like there's no way she was gonna bang. Like maybe they'd be friends. like I'm seriously, like because the thing is like if I would have loved to see a scene where she gives an indication of that, because I would have been like okay, like she really loves him for who he is, but then he gets all big and meaty, and then she's about it. So I feel like she's
then
kind
she
of
has to beat off the other hoes with a stick.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Like the minute he gets all buff, he's surrounded by other hot chicks. You notice that?
She's put off.
No, he's surrounded by other hot chicks.
Yeah. And she's
always like a hot nurse around him or someone.
Him.
Yeah.
Right.
She's like, oh shit, I got like a lot of competition. I gotta like.
Right, but she treats him bad.
Yeah. She gets mad at him.
She's playing hard to get. But anyway, so then and then it's like Tommy Lee Jones is like, yeah, we got to give it to the strong guy.
That's Hodges. He's big. He's fast. He's everything a soldier needs to be.
Right. And then I am
Tommy
looking
Lee Jones, for qualities beyond the physical. And he pops a grenade.
And then they throw a grenade. Right? Yeah, grenade.
Yeah. What the fuck? They just have like dummy grenades like lying around?
Yeah, like a whole crate.
Of dummy.
And then the bully.
Can I buy that? I want like some dummy grenades like that. That sounds like fun.
Ting.
You just use them whenever.
Throw it.
See who has the fucking chutzpah, who has the fucking balls to jump on that thing.
Right.
Exactly. It's a real character test.
Go to the mall.
Go to like the Lego store, just fucking toss it in.
Yeah.
It's a live grenade.
Grenade. See who jumps on it.
Yeah.
And what do you know? The bully runs away and hides, and then Cap's like jumps on it. He's like, "Get away!" Perfect scene, like a
great scene.
Then it really like they're just doing such a good job like solidifying like this is the character of this guy.
Yeah.
Like it's impeachable. It's unimpeachable.
He's great. That scene always gets me all choked up, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, because you're like, man, he really would have just died for everybody right there.
Oh man, he was about to get his ribcage fucking splattered.
I know.
Yeah.
Completely and totally splat.
And so that's when I think that's the moment when Peggy Carter knew she was gonna fuck him.
I don't think so, dude.
She saw that and she knew right then, hey, I gotta at least give this guy a fucking suck job before
she sees that and she's thinking like, man, like if only I was physically attracted to him. I'm serious.
Wow, I love this guy like a brother.
Right, exactly. But then she ends up loving him as a man. So later,
Right.
Then
You're gonna make him hot, right?
Right. We're back in New York, and he gets the juice.
Yeah, he gets juiced up.
Right.
Not natty at all. Not natty whatsoever.
It's like there's like all these people, it goes back. Actually, you see, we go back to Red Skull, and we haven't even mentioned his little crony doctor guy.
Oh yeah, he's got like a little like lover boy that they
like
they have like a really complex kind of like relationship going on.
Yeah, it's abusive.
Yeah,
it's abusive.
They seem like they genuinely have like some like respect for one another though. I like it.
Yeah,
I could watch a whole movie of them just like in their like relationship. I guess they just gave him like that doctor so we could have someone to talk to. Like he can't just be talking to himself the entire time. So we'll give him this like doctor, because he really could have done like everything the doctor did. Could have just been him.
Well, I guess so.
But then you don't get the fantastic Toby Jones in your film. And who's gonna be the Hydra computer in the next movie? Remember that?
In
the Winter Soldier, he comes back
very vaguely.
He's like his consciousness has been stored on like 10,000 floppy disks. That was good. It's like analog tape or something. It's like literally like VHSs.
Yeah. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Winter Soldier. Oh, so I asked Mackenzie what she would give it out of 10. She gave it a 4.
What? Less than Iron Man? 2 less than Iron Man?
She said, and I said 4 because I forgot I asked her for a number rating, and I thought she was just sending me a random number for no reason. And then she said 5 ? So between 4 and 5, I said what? She said the most interesting part was the beginning before it got stupid. And she says he was honestly hotter when he was small.
What? That doesn't even make any sense.
Wow.
Mackenzie is like Mackenzie's on one, dude.
Mackenzie says she kind of got the ick when he was running fast like that for real.
What?
Yeah, I get maybe she caught his hobbit feet.
Is she okay?
No, she's with me, so obviously not. So then, right?
I guess you better start getting thinner, Mason. You're looking a little too buff today.
Yeah. Well, I better not run. Like, I better not get like super soldier juiced and then like try like run down the street.
I mean, I think it'd be really cool if you got like super jacked like that, but like I guess like you probably shouldn't in order to save your marriage.
Yeah, at that point it'll be on the rocks.
She likes some weak.
Right. So then she has all the power. Right. They go to the juice or whatever, and it's like they go in the building, and it's like this old lady. There's like some kind of secret code, and this old lady she's got like a gun behind her desk. She presses the button, and they go back.
I literally thought that was Aunt May for a second. I was like, Rosemary Harris,
Aunt May,
you're in this shit.
Here she is. Wow, she's
been old for a long time.
Yeah. And then but it's like the secret, her. Like secret juice lab or whatever.
Yeah, she basically takes him to Diagon Alley.
Right.
She escorts him to this like back room and presses like a button or something, and like these like fake bookshelves like open up. It's really exaggerated. I don't think they needed to do all that.
Yeah, it was very secretive. And then, but the thing is, the Nazis they get in no problem. Or the Hydra goon, he gets in no problem.
What the fuck, dude?
He's like, yeah. I'm from the State Department. Hopefully, I can use this for something good. Else or whatever. And then, they hit him with the juice. They hit him with the Vita rays.
How about don't invite like 50 people to this thing?
Yeah. What? Yeah. Why are there so many people here?
Like, we don't even know if it's gonna work.
What the hell is a Vita ray?
I think it was developed by the same people who made the IntelliCrops.
Now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, juice up. Hit him with the juice. Hit him with the Vita rays. And like that's the painful part is the Vita rays.
They've been feeding him IntelliCrops for weeks.
Like they were gonna turn the Vita rays down, and he's like, no. He could hear from in there when he was like screaming his head off.
I can take it.
Oh no, keep it going, And so
give me more.
The juice. They hit him with the rays, and he comes out like
I'm trying to make these gains.
ripped, sexy, fucking, you know, like he's got that fucking.
Dun,
Like,
dun, dun,
right.
dun,
Dun, dun,
dun,
dun.
dun.
And then
It's,
there's, like-
I mean, it's literally steamy.
Yeah, and for some reason they used like all the juice except for one tube. There's conveniently one tube left. And the guy makes a little explosion, and then he, you know, shoots the doctor.
What was that
guy's
guy's?
tube?
What was that guy's plan?
What is everybody else doing? Like, well, he was gonna take that little submarine, his little submarine.
What's that little explosion do though?
I guess just distract people so he can then shoot the doctor. But like, why not?
Gonna
I don't know,
shoot
it's a terrible plan.
It's
It's
a
a
terrible
terrible
plan.
plan.
Like it's one guy, and like he's really lucky he got it out. He got out of there.
Oh yeah, like
There were like tons of like military police
somehow
there. Like
somehow he kills like every soldier and the old lady.
yeah, she sucked.
The guys outside don't get him. The security is like very tight, but also really terrible.
Yeah, so it's up to Cap to fucking.
And Steve has to bust
clean
out
up
of his
after
thing
this shit.
and use and run, you know, tear up his new feet or whatever on the concrete, running like a horse or something as fast as a
I like
car.
that because it's like you know, it is sad that you know, Yinsen Part 2 gets capped.
I know.
But I think it's also cool that there's like an action scene right away, you know, just to show off his new skills.
And you see, immediately you see like, wow, he's like fast and he can jump.
Yeah, not only is he just completely jacked and looks amazing, according to some people, but
right, and then we
he's also very powerful, more
Right.
powerful than the average man. He's leaping from car to car.
yeah,
He's like,
I mean, this
he's
guy
like
is
bounding
he's
across
like some kind
rooftops.
of super soldier. At this point, he's some kind of super soldier.
Right, it's almost like he's some sort of super soldier.
Bizarre.
He jumps over like a fence, and you know, in a mildly convincing manner.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mildly. He gives Mackenzie the ick, apparently.
What about him
So-
gave her the ick? Was it the feet?
Yeah. I think it was
Was
like
it the
just
Hobbit
like
feet?
how
Was it the CGI Hobbit feet?
yeah. I'll make sure and ask her.
Yeah.
Then
Alyssa said she feels like his pecs might be a little bit too much. Like they're too booby.
that's probably why him running gave her the ick, because like it's really like a booby run, you know.
I mean, because I was saying like that's, you know, the perfect, you know, male physique. Like I was just going on and on.
Sure.
I was like, he's got the perfect body.
He's so fucking
He's so hot.
I can't.
That's what I want to look like.
Up.
That's my fucking goal. And she's like, well,
Right.
maybe not that booby. Like maybe like, yeah, I like the arms, but like maybe tone
kinda
down
like
the
tits.
chest. They're almost like
They're kind of like tits,
like titties,
yeah.
like, and you know that's her domain.
Yeah.
You know, so
Sure,
she might be threatened.
Well, maybe you'll start breastfeeding if you get those knockers going.
Yeah, if I take enough steroids, anything's possible.
Right, and then, you know,
So we definitely know Captain America's not natty, right?
he's not. He's full of super juice.
He's fully. He didn't do a fucking thing to fucking
Right.
get those.
Yeah.
gains.
Oh, and I guess, and before this, it's kind of foreshadowed, like, you know, because like before he gets the juice, like him and the doctor are talking, you know, as the doctor gives him like a drink, he's like, "Wait a minute, you have a procedure tomorrow. I will
Right.
drink this now."
yeah,
Whatever. And it's like he's like, "Yeah." Go ahead.
He tells him some story about how Hitler, like, you know, he met up with Hitler. You know, he like name drops Hitler, and
Right.
he is like talking about how Hitler wanted him to, like, you know, make this
This serum.
this serum or whatever, and he wasn't about it. He's like, no, you know, I'm a good German, you know, I'm not gonna make that serum.
Right.
But I guess he did make it. I don't know.
Yeah. He like made it, but like it wasn't ready. And then like the Red Skull, like,
Right.
you know, Johann Schmidt, he
His face
yeah,
became super red.
He like uses it like
His
way
nose
too soon.
falls off. It would have been great if we had a scene. The movie could have been a little more gruesome. We could have had a
I would have
scene
loved to see him transform.
where his face fucking falls off and we see his nose fucking tumble away, and it's like a gross out, you know, Michael Jackson.
I would have liked to
moment.
see him. I would have liked to see him transform from Johann in the first time too. But I guess they want to do this like reveal where he like peels off his mask or whatever.
Right, that's true. Yeah, we do get a good reveal later on.
So yeah, then like, you know, yeah, and so we're like, you know, we've got some backstory about like the Red Skull or whatever. Yeah, and then so anyway, he's chasing this German, and the German like takes like a child right?
Yeah, little Ron Howard.
And he's like gonna shoot Cap,
right.
you know, and lo and behold, he's out of bullets.
I know. He's firing that gun a lot. I was like, when's he gonna run out of bullets? And then he did.
Apparently at the exact right time.
time.
And then he throws the kid in the water, and you're thinking like, oh, this kid can't swim. They got you on that one.
Yeah.
He's like, the kid's like,
that was the most like classic
swim.
like ginger boy. Like, did you notice how?
I know
he was like such a 1940s ginger kid.
Like a 1940s like immigrant child.
Yeah, yeah, like straight off the boat, like from Ireland or something. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
He was great. Great casting. Where's that kid now?
Yeah.
Let's get him on the pod.
Yeah, where is he now?
Yeah.
Come tell your story. So the Ginger number 1 from Captain America, the first Avenger.
Do you know that German is Thorin from the Hobbit movies?
Is he really?
Yeah. Without the prosthetic nose and without the beard.
Right. He did, he did a good. I liked his because Cap. It was so funny though, because when he throws the kid in the water and there's like a little comedy moment. The kid's like, I can swim.
Yeah, it was good. They got a big laugh in the theater. I remember.
Yeah, ha ha ha.
Good stuff.
And then the guy climbs into this little bait submarine or whatever, and he's like, you're thinking oh, here he goes, he's gone. You're thinking he's gone, but the thing only moves 2 miles an hour. It's like,
yeah, it's slow as fuck.
And Chris Evans, because I'm thinking Chris Evans isn't gonna be able to catch it or whatever. No, he catches it. He opens the thing.
Said, I'll be damned if I'm gonna let this fucker get away.
The glass is only this thick.
He manages to fucking punch through the glass underwater, which is hella impressive.
Right.
And then he manages to take the whole guy and throw him up onto the fucking pier.
Right.
Onto the dock or whatever.
So he's strong. And then the guy's he's questioning the guy. The guy's gets his fucking tooth out.
That was a really well telegraphed tooth tongue interplay there, because you could really see his teeth, and you could really see the tongue pull the tooth out and then bite it. It was very theatrical. I really liked the way they did that.
They did that very well. They did that very well. And then he starts. That's it for that guy.
Thorin fucking throws his whole life away. Just fucking kills himself right then and there.
Right, and then
so lame.
It's
what a loser.
So poor guy. So then,
hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I drink a big ol' cold brew.
Oh, that'll get you.
Yeah, it goes right through you.
Oh man. Oh, I guess I should be talking. Shit. So then it's kind of bait, because you're thinking all right, this is when they're really gonna get into him actually, being Captain America. He's gonna bust some shit up. He's gonna join the war effort. Little do we know. They're going to make him spend time doing the lamest shit possible. Dressing up in a little Halloween costume and singing to get war bonds purchased. The most entertaining part of every movie, where the hero is out trying to drum up war bonds. Oh, man. Yeah. I don't want to say too much without Forrest being here, because I feel like I'm going to have to reiterate that too. Guys, do you see this fucking creepy ass clown that Forrest got for the background of the bait buffet? Who drew this thing? What's this clown's name? I mean, honestly, lock them up. And before you do that, check their hard drive first. To drum up some additional charges, because I'm sure that there's some very, very questionable material. That this individual has got, their paws on, so to speak. Ah, geez Louise. And just when we were getting into our stride, Forrest books it, hits the bricks, runs away, just fucking gets out of Dodge. And you're stuck with me. Mason. I just don't want to keep rolling on about the movie because it's like I don't want. I need to bounce this off. For it. Oh, here he comes. I can see his reflection.
Who is the guy who's never seen a vagina in his life?
Right.
It's Captain.
You know what you should have done? You know what you should have done when you went to go pee is turn it on from the speaker on your desk to the speakers from your AirPods. Then we can all listen to you piss.
Well, you know, it would be.
That's the recipe.
I could hear like half the things you were saying because it's upstairs, so it's kind of like coming in and out.
Yeah. You need like a piss bucket down there for when you're shooting the pod.
A piss pail.
A piss pail.
Like really tinny, so you can really hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, or just get like a big Gatorade bottle and just like don't even like get up, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
just like
that sounds like
put your schmeat in there and just piss, you know? So anyway, yeah. So then
it sounds like a fun time.
Then, you know, he gets back, right? He gets back to you know, and they're like, oh yeah, like we need to recreate your genetic material or whatever from the, you know, to get the serum back. We don't have it anymore. And then Captain America is then given the most interesting job that any hero's ever had in any movie, dressing up in a little Halloween costume and drumming up war bonds.
Who is the guy who can sell all the war bonds today? Yeah.
Right. I feel like
the really good part of the movie.
It was a good song. You know? Yeah. I like how the part about like putting the noose on the goose stepping.
Yeah, the noose on the goose. Yeah. Good shit.
But like
and all those chicks he was with, all those babes.
Right. Like I felt like that
you didn't fuck one of those chicks?
That part like kind of sucked though, you know.
Well, for him.
Yeah, you know, it's funny how like in each of these like Marvel movies, I don't know if they did it in Thor, but in Iron Man, what did they do in Iron Man? No, what other one am I thinking of? Well, in this movie, you know, they show his like original costume. You know.
Yeah, they make up this like this part of the movie didn't really make a lot of sense because it's like sure he like saved one kid, you know, in front of some people. But like, if they wanted to have like just like this like persona, wouldn't they just hire like someone who's like good on camera, who's like an actor? Like he's terrible. He's like really bad at reading the lines and stuff.
Initially,
he gets better.
Then he gets it. He gets into it. Yeah,
he starts to get into it, but it's like he's kind of awkward and stuff. So like, I don't know. Like that part, I guess it makes sense, but it's kind of like he's a superhuman. Like you'd think, I don't know. They just want to utilize him for the war effort or something.
And then they send him to do this to like entertain the troops.
Yeah, they don't care about that.
Like, what are these guys? A bunch of homos or something? Like they don't want to
send out the girls.
Yeah, bring out the girls. Where are the girls? He's like, well, he's like, I think they only know like one song, but I'll see if they'll come back out, and they do. Yeah, they do. Thank God that he's in the exact right camp where everybody else is, right?
Yeah. I guess he has his time, with doing the tour for the war bonds, and he comes across them, like this division that Peggy Carter is in, and he hears that his buddy Buck has been captured by the enemy. It
seems like it's the first time that he's doing this though, because he seems a little bit like surprised that they're not like into it.
Right, that's true. Yeah.
So it's like it just so happens to be.
Wait, the 107th? That's Buck's division.
Maybe they requested him there. Maybe like Peggy like pulled some strings or something to get him there.
Possibly.
That would make that would be what makes sense. That would be what makes sense. So then, it's like, oh wait, Buck's division, they're captured,
right.
And they're like, the guy's like, oh, you're gonna get yourself killed. Don't go.
Who? Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, if it isn't the Star Spangled Man with a plan. That part was good. What is your plan today? like he's kind of like he's like jolly, but he's also like over it. I like this character.
Yeah, me too. I did too.
Yeah.
So then
he's kind of had enough of Cap's shit, even though he hasn't really had that much of Cap's shit at all.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Cap
Yeah.
never
Oh, yeah.
really
He's,
like
already
bothered
fed up
him,
with
or
him.
like why is he so fed
Yeah.
up
He's
with him?
well, he's fed up with him,
He's
I
just fucking
guess,
with him.
because they didn't choose like the bully guy or whatever. But the thing is, like,
But it worked.
they weren't going to use him anyway, and it worked perfectly. And he's like a total like mensch now.
He just
so,
he just got like an eternally bad attitude, but he's also jolly. Like it's kind of like part of his charm.
Yeah. True. So then
Cap goes to visit him in the future. He's like 170. He's still alive. Looks the same.
Exactly the same.
Yeah. My old Colonel Tommy Lee Jones.
They and he finds out that they're and then he's forbidden, right? And then Peggy's like, "What? I can get you there," or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like their scenes were really starting to steam up. They're starting to
right.
Like it was like raining.
At this point she's like really
she's drenched.
Right, completely.
I mean, she's ready.
No question.
Steve just can't take the hint, though. I don't know. Something's wrong with him.
No question. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Buck's in trouble.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you're right. He's got to focus up.
So,
and they're not married.
Right. So then, then he's in the plane with Howard, with Howard, and Howard's like, he's like, I've flown, however many times or whatever. And so
she's like, I think I can get you a pilot, get you behind enemy lines to go save Buck or whatever. And he's like, great. And then it cuts to like this like sick like plane. It's like this like chromed plane.
Yeah.
It's like Stark Enterprises plane.
An experimental.
It's
like
sick, and it's got like his like name like on the headrests and everything.
Right.
Just like Tony really followed in his father's footsteps. He really embodies that Stark persona.
And then the passing of a Titan,
Dominic Cooper.
So
then he's shot out of the sky and dies right there. I'm gonna jump. You turn this thing around. He fucking jumps out. The plane's immediately hit.
You guys go. Yeah. Then he's behind enemy lines, and I mean, he's just. I mean, it's just going his way. He makes it all the way into their base. No problem, really. Lets everybody out.
I know. I like how James Bond's around. He kind of gets a little sneaky with it.
Yeah.
There's the part where he jumps into the back of like a troop transport vehicle, and it's kind of got this like what do you call it? Like some sort of like
canopy,
plastic canopy over it. And we cut outside. Well, he jumps in, and there's a bunch of guys in there.
Yeah, there's a couple of Germans in there.
It cuts outside, and we see like these like I don't even know how to display it properly, but it's like these like comical like punches that like punch up through the canopy, like in different directions.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Where, they must have had like people in there like literally punching it as hard as possible.
Right. Doesn't make any sense.
It turned into a farce. It turned into a cartoon for a moment there. I was like, whoa, this is like Tom and Jerry shit. It was great.
And then he tosses them out the back.
Yeah, that was awesome. And then he tosses them out the back. He sneaks around, and he's like, fucking calls a guy over. The guy opens the door and he fucking smashes his head in the door, kills him instantly. And then fucking drags his body. I half expected him to fucking drag the body in and just like walk out like in the fucking Hydra suit. You know what I mean? Like Hitman style. Like just like that
would have been so good
with no delay. Like he pulls the suit. He pulls the guy. You see the feet go through the threshold of the door. Then immediately he walks out in the suit. That would have been epic. But they kind of passed up that like comedic timing. But he just I guess he's got to be in the cap suit. I guess that makes sense. But
right.
That would have been funny as fuck. It
really would have been.
He was really sneaking around.
Yeah, he was, and he made it to his objective. He gets everybody out. He's like, "Where's Buck?"
He finds the fearsome four or whatever they're called. The rowdy five.
Caps chaps.
Yeah, and they have a little banter. They have a little fun. The one guy's like, "Oh, we taking everybody?" And he's like, "I'm from Fresno, Ace." And the Asian guy, he's like,
he's like Asian or whatever. It's like there's like there's like a hint of racism.
A little, just like the faint glimmer of a racist moment happens.
Right. Like it's like oh yeah, like people really were like being really racist against towards Asian people.
But it's the kind of racist where like he's just giving him shit for being Asian, but like he's not actually like it's more just like he's joshing him.
Right, and they and like
I wish we still did that.
Already...
Why don't we do that still? Like, you're black.
Yeah,
you're white. You know, we should do that more.
Right.
You know, like have some fun with it.
You know,
you know what? These days, I should start wearing a bowler hat. I think that starts with. That's the difference.
Starts with you.
That's what gave him the power to kind of pull off that racist like banter. Was the bowler hat
and the mustache? You got to do the mustache.
I can't grow a mustache like that.
The full on handlebar.
Yeah, I guess I can't pull that off. Damn.
Well, not yet. Maybe
you could maybe one day. Have you ever tried to grow your mustache out like really deep like that?
I don't want to. I think that would be a one-way ticket to divorce city.
Once Mackenzie gets the ick, dude, like you're done.
Yeah, you're done. Like there's no coming back. So anyway, yeah, it's good. It's a good scene. You know, like it's fun. Like he frees everybody, and the Red Skull's like wait. What's happening?
This part's great. He's like talking to his little boyfriend Toby Jones or whatever.
Yeah,
and he's like, "We got to get the fuck out of here." And I'm gonna blow up this entire facility. And Toby Jones is like, "What? What the fuck are you doing?" He's like,
gotta go.
We gotta go. Fucking take the car. Not a scratch, doctor.
Yeah. He's like, not a scratch. He's like, what? They go up to like the roof. And he's like, what? How am I going to get out? He's like, gives him the keys. Like
the whole fucking facility's exploding, and you're worried about the fucking car.
Sick. I know. It's like this sick ass car though.
Yeah, that car is sick. Definitely.
It's like a Rolls Royce.
They really set that car up because that's the car he drives up to kill Lord Frey, and then. It's like the one Toby Jones escapes in, and then later it's the one that they use to catch up to the plane at the climax of the film.
Right. It's a real like.
Is that car real?
Like hot rod,
or is it all CGI? It looked really CGI, but maybe
the car. I think they had a physical car.
I guess they probably did have a physical car. They probably just replaced everything with CGI like afterwards, though.
Right. Yeah. It's like a really nice whip. Like.
It's got some nice, like little.
That's the Reichmobile.
Little combustors in it. Yeah, you can really hear it.
Right. Oh yeah. That thing definitely runs on premium.
The Reichmobile.
So that thing definitely like that. That was Hitler's favorite whip, and he was wondering where it was the whole time. This whole movie.
Why wasn't Hitler in this movie, dude? That would have made this movie perfect.
He did knock out old Adolf in those. Dude, it was so funny. Mackenzie was like, "Wait a minute, like." For a second, she thought it was Hitler.
What?
I know. I was like, what? Like, obviously that's an actor. She's like, oh yeah, right, of course. What? I was like, what? I forget like what she said. She said some funny shit.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, she's like not paying attention. Yes.
No, she was though. It was weird. It was like what? Like
no, it's a play. It's
maybe she looked down at
the
her
audience.
phone. Maybe she looked down at her phone.
Wait, did he literally just knock Adolf on the jaw?
Well, here's the thing. I think she thought it was a German, but not Hitler. I think she was like, what? Like, why is there? Doesn't anybody see him?
Because there are like Germans who sneak in and fuck shit up,
spies and stuff. Yeah. She didn't think it was like Hitler. She didn't think it was Hitler, but like she was like, does anybody see him? I'm like, Mackenzie, that's supposed to be like Hitler. It's part of the play. She's like, oh right.
I want to do a series of animations like TikTok shorts, where like it's like a boxing match. And it's like Bane versus. Like random people, just like Bane versus anyone. And I was thinking maybe like Bane versus Hitler, Bane versus like Mickey Mouse,
blow the Furious back out,
Bane versus Logan Paul. You know, and he just like beats the fuck out of them every time. Like Bane just like decimates.
yeah. No, he always wins.
If anyone can think of any more that are good, like let me know. What's going on up there?
Literally. Oh, I'm sure it's endless, the possibilities. So yeah, then, he is this when him and Bucky run into them, right? Or do they?
Yeah, so he finds Buck and he's being experimented on in like this weird green light room.
Yeah,
he's kind of out of it, and he's like,
they're doing stuff.
I thought you were tall. I thought you were shorter, or whatever. Like when did you get so tall? And he's like, I've been putting in the work, I got some gains or whatever. I'm natty, He lies to him, and
and then, right.
He's like, wow,
and so he frees him, he frees him, and then they run into the Red Skull and his minion, And
oh fuck,
right? This is when they run into them, or is that later? Is that at a different facility?
the Red Skull and his minion. What minion?
No, his boyfriend.
Despicable Me?
His boyfriend, bro.
Oh, Toby Jones. Yeah. So, like, Toby Jones makes his escape, and Red Skull gets in, like, this fucking weird rocket, like, helicopter thing.
Yeah.
And, they're out of there. And
call it the rocket copter.
Captain America brings back, all the prisoners, and he's like, I'd like to submit myself for disciplinary action. And Tommy Lee Jones gets out a fucking paddle and just starts going. Just fucking pulls his pants down, and starts going to town.
Spanks his ass raw.
Yeah, and he's like, "There you go, son. Think about that next time you want to save a bunch of people."
Right.
And and then then Peggy Carter.
No, they won't punish him. They won't punish him. And then it's like, we want to put together like a crack squad. The best men. He's like, I've got the best.
Oh yeah, he's like immediately bonded with these guys. Like these guys are it. Like, and they have like lots of adventures together. Lots. The movie's basically a full-on montage until the climax of the film from this point. Like, it doesn't let up. It's like a 30-minute montage of straight up action and music and spectacle.
Before the montage, it's like, we're gonna come with me. It's like chaps are, it's solidified. It's solidified, right? And then, including Bucky, right? The illustrious Mr. Barnes,
Mr. Buck.
Then she comes in and she's like, Peggy comes in. She's like, yeah, come, you need to come get some gear.
Oh yeah, there's like a scene where they're all drinking or something, and like he's like, "Will you guys join me on this crusade?" And they're like, "As long as you buy another round or whatever."
Right. And the bartender's like, "Where are they putting all of it?"
Yeah. The bartender's impressed, like, "Wow." And then
these guys are really consuming alcohol.
Yeah, they're all drinking alcohol, and then Peggy Carter comes in like dressed like a total slut, dude. Like she's like wearing like all red. Like, this is like the pinnacle, like, fuck me dress. Yeah. She's like, please put it in me. I'm wet as hell. You've been fucking baiting me this entire movie. I was ready for you like fucking 20 scenes ago, and you still haven't put it in.
Just like it's like.
So now I'm breaking out the last final stop, like the red dress,
right?
And he still doesn't give her the fucking D.
What is he? What is she, like a hoe from Hoseville? At this point,
I know, it's like, what does she have to do to get the D?
Yeah, he's oblivious.
You don't know a single thing about women, do you, Steve?
He's completely oblivious. Then she takes them to get some gear.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that scene. There's like a lot of like random little scenes in here. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like waiting for her or whatever. And
right. Yeah, he's waiting for her, and then Natalie Dormer comes in, and she gives him those like fuck me eyes. And
right. She's like the women of the world, the women of America owe you a debt. Let me,
married woman,
stick my tongue in your throat. It's like,
she's like since all these married women aren't here, like I'll fuck you right here,
right?
Or something. She says something to that effect,
right? Yeah, something to that effect. Then they make out, and then Peggy comes around the corner. She's like, disgusting.
Yeah, it's like, well, Peggy, you got to make your move. This guy's obviously oblivious. Like, you got.
I know.
You gotta,
make your move. He's got options now.
Wearing the red slutty dress is not enough. Like you have to like just start blowing him or something, because like he's not gonna get it. He's like waiting for the marriage certificate to be signed and like inked and dried. He's not about to put it in before that, unless he really like throw some action his way. So she's mad at him, and
she's so mad that she shoots at him.
She's like, and he's like, well, how do I know you and Stark aren't fonduing? How?
Aren't fonduing? Yeah. Because I guess that was mentioned before. And then the next scene's like, Stark is like, he's like explaining to him, he's like, fondue is bread and cheese. Right.
Yeah. It's sounds honestly disgusting.
Yeah.
and to relate it to sex in that way makes it even less appetizing. And but I like how Stark becomes kind of his cue here.
Right.
All of a sudden we have like another 007 kind of scene.
He's like He's like, so I know you like a good shield. He's got all these like wacky shields.
Yeah, he's got all these like
what about
stupid
this
shields. Like he's like,
yeah,
this one has a radio fitted into it or whatever.
Right.
And he's like,
it's like what about this?
How about this one buried under here? Like this really cool looking one. Like that's obviously
that's
the best
experimental.
One. And he's like, oh no. Like that's no, don't touch that. That's made out of the most rarest metal in the entire world, and that's all we have.
That's
right
all.
there.
That's all we've got. We have it. We made a shield out of it.
Then why is it
but I'm not going to show it to you.
under the fucking bench like that?
Right.
Like,
It's like that's all the metal. That's all the vibranium in the world, and you made a shield out of it, but you're not going to show it to him.
Yeah.
Completely absorbs vibration.
That's sick as fuck.
And then she's like mad at him still, so she like shoots some bullets at him, but the shield stops him in its tracks.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, she's got a
yeah.
little chutzpah to her for sure.
Yeah, and then
She's
it's
a real firecracker.
The rest of the movie is basically a full-on montage of him and Cap's chaps, except for they go onto a train, right? And there's like a fight, whatever, and we lose, and Red Skull's boyfriend or whatever is like telling the guy in the suit, he's like, keep firing.
Yeah.
Like, does the guy not know this?
Yeah, he has
Was
to be
he gonna
told.
stop?
Yeah, he has to be told what to do.
Keep firing. Like over and over. It's like multiple fucking times. Like, we get it. Like, keep firing. Okay.
Toby Jones really doesn't want to be caught.
No, definitely not. And then, this is when we lose Buck.
I know that they have like a fun little moment together where like they team up to kind of take down the Hydra Nazi guy, and you're like, oh, things are looking up, but then Buck's like sucked out of the side of the train, never to be seen again. Yeah,
and Cap like is so strong, but he can't hold on to him, and like he just died. Like he's like, oh, Bucky.
That's when
Cap's
fucking
pissed.
Cap starts getting really fucking pissed.
Yeah,
and he just goes into full-on rage mode, and he just starts like fucking bashing Nazis' skulls in. Like he takes a Nazi's head and just fucking crushes it against the side. Like he goes full Homelander on these assholes.
Wham bam.
I think they cut that out, but that's what happened in my mind.
Yeah,
because Cap,
mine too. Yeah, he basically turned every Nazi between him and Toby Jones into soup.
Right.
And not tasty soup. Like really nasty, like Nazi soup.
And then fucking Tommy Lee Jones is interrogating Toby Jones. Toby Jones. And he's got like this nice steak. And it's like, can these movies stop like showing food?
I know.
Like
you're making me hungry.
You know how like fucking Gen Zers like hate sex scenes in movies? I hate like food scenes.
Food scenes?
It's fucking it's unnecessary. And it doesn't contribute to the plot or the character development. We don't need it.
Right. Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing all this delicious, tasty food. He's eating like a fucking nice like filet mignon steak, and I'm just like, should I order? Should I like spend $75 on like delivery at like 3 a.m. and get like some horrible like fast food?
They really. They need like these movies need to come with like insurance or something.
Yeah, like obviously like I shouldn't, but like I'm tempted at that moment.
Right. It's like rent the movie and you get $50 on Grubhub for free.
Right.
I mean, if it's got a food scene in it, like they need to help me out. Yeah, it's like a steak and potatoes dinner, and the guy's like, I don't eat
potatoes
meat.
and I think there was a little asparagus on there too.
The only meat that I eat is from the Red Skull.
That's how we know he's evil, because he's a fucking dirty vegan.
Right. When he's feeding me when Johann Schmidt's Schmeat is all I Schmeat.
Right. So
yeah, and then he's like, just sent this communication, it's encrypted. You guys can't hack it, right? Says that you're fully cooperating. He's like, then he's really in a corner.
Damn.
And then he does whatever he wants.
So what information does Toby Jones give them?
I guess where it's like their final base. The
final boss fight.
And then they go there.
They have a little round table. It's like all the higher up I'm not sure how the army works, but I'm assuming like the fucking GI fucking commandos aren't like privy to like the war making plans like usually?
Not usually.
Yeah.
This is the special division though.
It's a special division, and they're like making these plans, I guess, and they're like, what do we do? You know, like how do we attack this base? And Cap's like, we knock on the front door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's pissed.
He's
so pissed.
Yeah, because Buck's dead, and he's got red in his ledger. You know, he does. He's got fucking. He's got a little blood in his eye. He's ready to fucking throw down with these Nazis, with these fucking Hydra fucks.
Oh, yeah, at the very least.
Yeah, so he just this part was stupid. He like drives his bike into the base.
Yeah.
Fights a bunch of Nazis and then gets captured, like intentionally, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Why?
And then he gets taken to Johann Schmidt's sort of. I almost like they name Johann Schmidt better than Red Skull at this point.
I know, me too.
More fun to say. And then he gets taken into like his kind of like secret, covert mountainside lair that's very obvious, and then they shoot like grappling hooks and bust through the window, the Cap's chaps, and rescue him. Why didn't just do that?
Yeah, why not just bust in the first place?
In the first place, I don't know. That part was kind of like retarded.
Because he could have just been killed. Like,
there's no reason really that he would keep him alive.
Yeah, none whatsoever. In fact, you expect him to kill him.
Yeah. So, but it's fine. You know, at this point, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
It's like
It's whatever. It's like this movie's about to be over.
Yeah. Right. It's really
so interesting because it's like the parts of the movie that are good are like the parts where it's like you're getting to know Cap, and they're really good, right? You're getting to know Cap, like his character, like you're seeing what he can do. But then like after all that, I feel like they just didn't really know what to do with the movie.
I think it could have used like some more breathing room. I honestly, I was
too.
It was like long in some parts, like long in the tooth in a couple of areas towards the beginning, but then like the rapid montage of all like the battle, like I feel like that could have been stretched out to like an entire like HBO miniseries.
I know. Well, it's like I really would have liked to see them go on a couple missions. Like instead of like having a montage, like just show me like a couple missions, because then I'm like getting to know the guys. Because the thing is, like he puts this whole team together, but you don't really get to know.
You really don't get to know
Cap's
chaps, and like they seem like they should be more integral than they end up being, because they're almost like incidental, like blink and you miss it characters.
Right, but they're played with like. It's like when they are on screen, it's like these guys are important, but like they are only given like a very tiny amount of screen time.
Very tiny. I get the sense that the actors thought like they're more crucial to the film while they were filming it, and then probably when they saw the final cut, they were like, "What the fuck? We were barely in that."
Yeah. What happened?
We were on set for months.
Yeah. So then it's like the whole thing. There's like a chase. There's the plane.
Right, yeah. So he I guess like Cap's chaps bust in. Red Skull runs away. And Tommy Lee Jones is on the front lines. He comes in fucking shotgunning around. Haley Atwell's there. Everyone's there. They're like, let's go, woo! Like go. I don't know what this plan was. This is like the worst
it's like the worst plan
I've ever seen. But yeah, they storm the base, and Hydra's just like they're on the ropes, so
completely.
Red Skull's got to jump into this massive
despite
plane.
having much superior technology, they're not able to fend off any kind of assault.
No, not really. I mean, I guess Cap's just got that kind of like that fervor on his side. Like he's really able to inspire the troops.
I guess so. Yeah. But you would, Red Skull does too, right? Like people are like eating their cyanide tooth for him. Like
they love him, dude. They worship him like a god.
They're rabid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he gets into his
that whole angle could have been built out a little bit more. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But we got to get to the climax. We got to get to the ending. We got to wrap this movie up. So
it's really at this point it's really in need of a wrap up.
So you know, they get to this like CGI hangar, and Red Skull enters this massive, you know, I mean this plane's like the size of like 14 Chrysler buildings. I mean it's big. And it's bigger than any plane that's ever actually been built. And he starts taking it down the runway. I think Tommy Lee Jones, you know, somehow gets a hold of their, you know, the Reichmobile.
The Reichmobile.
Yeah.
Right.
And Haley Atwell's there, and she plants a little kiss on Steve. Finally, you know, she has to say like, "Hey, come here." Like she's the one to initiate it, because obviously he's not going to make any moves. He's fucking clueless at this point.
Right.
And she's like, "Finally, I guess I'll have to fucking kiss this guy." And he
finally gets a smooch.
And
from like a good smooch, you know. He already got one smooch, and it's kind of bait, right? Because we've already seen him get. I kind of wish they didn't do that other scene
with Natalie Dormer.
Yeah,
like, it was good though, because I feel like it sets up a little competition. You know, like I feel like
that was his first smooch.
Haley Atwell's like she realizes, but like but like he like that's good though. He needs to have a little bit of action, you know, before he settles down.
Right, but like
it's not. It's not right that he's like so actionless.
I guess. Yeah,
he should have fucked Natalie Dormer. He should have taken it. They should have taken it one step further, I think, and added a full on fuck scene.
Dude, like once you see Napoleon, like if it's like him, it's like how Napoleon fucks Josephine in the movie. Dude, he slams her.
I bet, dude.
Dude, it's so funny. It's like frantic, Joaquin Phoenix, just like
really
just like how he gets, just like, you know how he gets, you know, when he's being all like when
he's
wild,
he gets all jokery.
He's just like pop, 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 pop. Like multiple times in that movie it cuts to that happening. It's so funny.
Really?
It was so fucking funny.
He puts the moves on her, huh?
Yeah, and that's why when your grandpa was asking me about it, I was like, well, yeah, like it's, you know, because that was like kind of my favorite part of the movie, was like those like moments like where it's like cut to like just fucking dogging her, bro. Like, I mean, wow. And like she's just, you know, quick and dirty, like, you know, she obviously she doesn't climax. Definitely, like here's the thing, like, why wasn't Howard Stark like taking him to a brothel? Clearly he taught his son how to fuck.
Right. Like, we're gonna get you laid, my friend.
It's like Howard Stark, like in a fucking like boardroom at Stark Industries with Tony, like when he's like a boy. This is the clitoris. Don't pay any attention. This
unimportant.
Don't pay attention to this. This is this are the ovaries. This will cause you a problem. Right here,
Stark Industries. They're the ones who invented the rubbers.
Right. This is the butthole, also known as the turd cutter. This is where you want to go. Anal only, my boy. Anal only.
Right. That's how you can guarantee that you're. You know that your line isn't propagated until you're ready.
That classic Stark sex ed type shit.
Right.
So anyway, then there's like a chase. You know, he's like he like goes after him in the car. He catches him.
What is he? He jumps onto like the wheel of the plane or something, or like he just jumps onto the plane right at the last moment. Tommy Lee Jones fucking turns the vehicle, and wouldn't you know it, they just barely make it. Like him and Peggy Carter almost went careening off the side of this cliff. It was all about to be a tragic moment.
It was about to be a Bucky, times two.
If he
had actually spent time with these characters
at the exact moment that he did, if he had jumped literally 0.5 seconds later,
honestly, he nailed it.
Dead. Yeah, he nailed it.
He nailed it
like he always does. So Cap nails it, and he gets onto the plane, and there's a bunch of like other Hydras on there that he has to take care of first. Like it's like a kind of
easy
little like it's like a boss
mini
mission.
Boss.
Little mini bosses. Yeah, it's like a little video game. Like the movie kind of becomes a video, like a PS2 cutscene.
Yeah, it
point.
Does.
Yeah, and
the level design was uninspired.
I like the interior of the plane. Like I like the way, like the kind of, It reminded me of like Howard Hughes, like The Aviator or something.
Yeah, I liked it too, and it kind of was a departure from the rest of their technology, because the rest of the technology was kind of like incongruous with like the time period, and like made even like and it was made even worse by like the fact that it was shot digitally. So it was like it didn't like whenever it was like in the Hydra places, like it was like I was like,
if ever there was a movie that needed to be shot on film, it was this one, dude.
Right. It's like I'm not seeing enough swastikas. I'm not seeing enough like what.
There's never a big swastika moment. Yeah.
There was some subtle swastika moments.
Subtle swastika moments. Yeah.
Yeah, I could have used more.
I wanted that big like flag like unfurling.
Yeah.
Over the side of a fucking massive building.
Wacky waving swastika inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the idea is that, you know, Johann Schmidt has his own little like sect of Nazis, and they're loyal only to the Hydra, to the snake with many heads.
I feel like the Nazi technology is kind of like quintessential to like illustrating Nazis, right? Like it's like one of the key things. Like, so I don't know. I feel like they should have made their technology a little more antique-y, because it really just looked like, is this a laser gun out of like 2010?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was definitely, you know,
like some of it. His like pistol was kind of like a Luger.
Yeah, it was like a laser Luger. Yeah.
Laser Luger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit! I'm evaporating.
He was really a bad guy.
Yeah. Oh, he really was.
Yeah, he was really a villain.
So, you know, they fight the Tesseract, you know, the thing is damaged.
They kind of have like a mid-fight scene.
Yeah.
There's like part where the ship, you know, starts to like careen down, and like the kind of gravity is shifted. There's some fun stuff with the set where they like are rolling around on the walls.
Right.
That was cool. But like
nothing too crazy to write home about, though.
You kind of wanted to see like Superhuman go up against Superhuman, kind of like
a
battle of wills, knockdown, drag out brawl, a la fucking Die Hard, or some sort of like really like gritty kind of beat 'em up.
Like a fucking UFC fight or something, like a UFC fight or something.
Because I felt like it was really driving towards that the whole movie. You know, they had that moment earlier.
Because they're showing how strong both these guys are.
When they're separated by the bridge, and you're like, oh damn, they're about to have this really big, nice beat 'em up. I don't know. They never got that really solid like. I wanted to see some wallops. I wanted to see some fucking.
Me too.
Banger punches, but you know, it's. I guess it's fine. You know, the emotional core of the movie is still intact in that he has to take it into the water.
Right. Well, you know, that's the part. The Tesseract is like escapes from its thing, and then Schmidt has to hold it or whatever.
Yeah, that part is kind of vague. Like he kind of gets sucked into like
he's
the universe's
so you're like, where'd he go? What happened to him?
What happened to him? He just vanishes.
You know, it goes to the plane. It's lost in the ocean.
Yeah.
You know, and then he has to land. He has to land it, right? And it's everyone's like, oh, don't you know, and he's saying his goodbyes, you know, and he lands it, you know, and then wait a minute.
Land is a kind word.
Yeah, he crashes it.
Yeah.
Now we know how he got to where he was going.
Yeah, so, you know, it comes full circle.
Right.
He crashes it into the water, and you know, I guess he gets sucked under an iceberg or something. I don't know.
Right. And it's weird. They find the Tesseract, but they can't find the plane.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Tesseract is like a tiny ass cube.
It does like a little like melting thing through the fuselage.
But I guess like it, you know, the plane like went like way.
Does the Tesseract just like melt through anything? I never got that impression before.
Not the ocean floor, apparently.
People can hold it with their hands. And then
I don't know that
it doesn't melt through the wooden box it was in.
The properties of the Tesseract are, you know, mutable.
But yeah, it can melt through the metal
to happen.
And then they find the Tesseract, right? Because the Shield has it at the beginning of Avengers.
Right. Yeah.
But they can't find this massive plane.
Right. Yeah. You know, it's crashed in the Arctic. It's under the ice.
Yeah, it's sucked under an iceberg. But then, you know, thanks to global warming, it's discovered eventually. And
right. Perfect.
Perfect timing. And
perfect timing.
Yeah, Cap is you know, there's an emotional moment, you know, where he says goodbye to Peggy, or they have like their little, you know,
their
little bit they do about the dance thing. You know, they bring this up a lot, this dance thing.
They do.
Yeah,
like dancing is not dancing is code for coitus, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm
never found the right partner. Never fucked.
Couldn't slip it in. The only people who wanted me were men. Yeah, so
Yeah, so Peggy, she gets married and has a whole family in life with another
she
man.
moves on, has a whole life.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
he's trapped in a fucking iceberg,
frozen
in cryostasis,
in a fucking iceberg for 70 odd years.
Wakes up and they're playing a baseball game on the radio. He's already heard it.
Yeah, why get the baseball game that played before he went into the ice? Why not get the baseball game that played, maybe a little bit after? Yeah, an oversight that's like an important aspect of this whole like bait they've set up.
Right.
That should be, maybe double checked. But he's heard the game, so he knows it's bait.
Yeah. He knows it's bait. He goes outside. He's in Times Square.
Dun dun dun. The music's good. The music's really good.
Right. And then we see,
fucking hits it with the score right here.
Samuel L. Jackson. He hits the scene. Nick Fury.
Yeah, everything just happens in Times Square in this movie. Like everything's really close to Times Square for some reason.
Why?
They needed access to the city's power grids.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's good. I don't know. In some ways, it's the thing is about both these movies, right? Is like the strength of it is like when they're introducing the characters, like in the build up.
Mm-hmm.
Like as soon as they are actually doing like the fighting and stuff, it's like, come on.
Yeah, I think Winter Soldier does it a lot better with the fight scenes.
Right.
I
think so too. I'm looking forward to watching that. Should we watch that next?
I think we should watch Thor next.
Oh yeah, Thor next.
And,
right.
And then maybe Winter Soldier.
And then Winter Soldier probably.
And then I don't know what after that, but that's kind of the lineup I think for now.
Yeah. We've got it on the books.
Yeah, because whoever did the fight choreography on Winter Soldier, and then the way the editing was on that, and the way that Joe and Anthony Russo directed it was really superior to like kind of the fight scenes in this movie. But I think this movie got a lot right. It was like 85% of the way there.
It did. It was a really good start. And when you see it in the theater the first time, you're like, oh yeah, like cool, this is fun. I mean, after you've seen it X number of times and you're really picking it apart, it's like whatever. But it's a fun foray. It's a good introduction to Captain America, the first Avenger. There was things that I wish they would have leaned in heavier on. Like I really think they should have made like the Hydra technology more not as because the thing is like all their bases, like you never really get the sense that it's like, I don't know, the 1940s, like kind of from there.
I like the part where there's a really brief moment in the montage sequence where they're fucking shit up, where like Captain America throws a bunch of grenades into a mouse tank. It's like this like giant, massive tank.
Right, huge.
I would have liked to have a whole scene with that tank. That would have been cool.
I know, yeah. Like, why can't? They
definitely need to like explore. There's just like a lot to unpack here, and right. I felt like it could have used some of that HBO treatment.
It's like why not?
The HBO TV show here.
Why not do a Disney Plus? Where's the Disney Plus series? Caps Chaps.
Right. They did make the fucking Peggy Carter. Or what was it? Agent Carter TV show. Did you ever watch that?
No, I didn't.
You missed out, man.
Apparently so.
I guess that's what we got to watch next. It's got Howard Stark in it. It's got Dominic Cooper. Haley Atwell makes her return. I think it ran for like 7 seasons.
Yeah. It was on for a while.
It was on for a good minute.
Agent Carter.
Was Tommy Lee Jones in it? No. You bet your ass he wasn't.
You bet your ass he wasn't. Yeah, he was too busy.
Yeah.
All right, well, dinner's ready. I got to hop.
All right, sounds good, man. Yep, I'm getting pretty hungry myself. Thor, next week, guys. It's going to be...
Don't miss it.
A freaking blast. A blast from
our review is going to be way more fun than the actual movie, so stay tuned.
The movie's going to be good, dude. I bet it'll be actually epic.
I really don't remember that. I really don't remember that being the case.
It's going to be good, dude. We're gonna film the entire.
Yeah,
we're gonna film the entire podcast on a fucking Dutch angle, dude. Like this.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah. I'll Kenneth Branagh.
Fucking Dutch cast.
Oh Kenneth.